There was this guy who was at the event, and he kept trying to speak to me.
Okay.
And he was like, Angela, I want to tell you something about your husband. Now, Cynthia, you know Charles. Like,
yes.
That will be Charles Oakley throwdown part 25 if it went down.
Yeah.
Because I know Charles and his temperament. I was like, you want my number? Do you want to text me? And he was like, no, I want to tell you now. And I'm like, you know what?
Persistent.
I would like for us to talk, just so I can tell you something that you might not know. Some things you might not know about us.
Oh, wow.
And you do not know this man?
At all.
Okay.
At all. At all. Nor his receding hairline. No, I don't know him.
I'm ignoring him, and then he's like constantly like in my ear. So he's like, well, I want to tell you something. I'm like, well, what?
Here's if your name is Angela, your husband's cheating on you.
Oh, no, whoa. We're not doing that.
You lying.
I froze.
Wait.
We didn't know.
No, I didn't know it was a toast. So Charles heard him.
Charles was in his whole, like, he was in a vibe. Like, he kind of tuned everything out to the point where the man was there to talk about he was cheating and he ain't heard a goddamn thing, okay? I said, Charles, wait.
He's still
Cooking. He didn't hear a thing.
I'm like, really?
Chicken.
He was focused on that food.
I was like, girl, I need me a man that can tune out some like
That's
that,
how my
child.
husband is, though.
Tune it out.
They make the best marriages, because it's like, yeah, okay.
He heard nothing.
When he cooks, he's like zoned
Well,
in.
praise God for that.
Thank God. Oh, yeah. Lives were saved.
yes.
I was just stunned. And, you know, Phaedra was like, don't you say anything, you know, people just
She's
want a
consoling
moment.
you. Yeah.
She's consoling
Got
me.
it.
I said, never give anybody attention like that.
This is new for
this
me.
is
Like,
crazy.
no, he about to get up. But I'm like, okay. And afterwards, I confronted my husband. I was like, this whole event was about you, and you missed it. And he was like, what happened? You know, he was just so aloof. He was like, well, you know, it was set up. You know, he was just immediately dismissive, like, I know bull from real. And he was nervous. You could tell, like, he was sweating, like, it was bad. And so I was just, at that point, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna piece this thing together, because I did believe Charles. I did know it was some bull.
So y'all know I'm a stickler, you know, for being timely and being prompt. So I told them this wasn't just for our group. This was an event for some of our top clients. So I sent out a text message saying at 6:45, the doors will be locked.
Yeah. You sure
so
did.
be there on time, and specifically.
Glad I wasn't invited. No, I was.
You would have been on time.
I was gonna tell you.
And so, long story short, 6:45 came. I got a message from Drew saying it was traffic.
We're literally not moving.
Or something.
I guess it's always traffic.
Yeah, it's always traffic in Atlanta. I said, well, let me just sort of leave the door open to 7.
Yeah.
Because, of course, they were fighting like cats and dogs.
Let me tell you something, ho.
Long story short, honey, about 7:15, we locked the door. She still wasn't there. That girl gonna
So
be late.
you locked her out for real?
No, we locked the door.
Oh, for real?
Good, how are you? Good.
They're having us wait.
Oh, they're holding it?
Yes.
Oh.
The doors were locked. Yeah,
You
the doors
cannot
were
come
locked.
in.
Shut up.
Because it's a seated thing, and it's an actual, like, a fashion experience, so you can't get in.
Thank you guys for coming to the Ivy.
I wasn't gonna disrupt the show for her to come in. That's crazy. But
So at what point did you let her in?
well, she don't buy nothing anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I made it. I'm so sorry. I'm late.
I got a blazer for my son.
I just didn't see you walk out the store with the bag.
If you read the message, the jacket's getting sent.
Let me read it.
She didn't buy anything. She balls on a budget.
We are in the same boat, okay?
Oh, no, but Ralph pays all the bills.
Oh,
She
wow,
don't pay
that's
any
not what
bills.
she...
What Ralph do?
wow,
I didn't know that.
Ralph,
Next
okay.
level. Next thing.
Ralph is a musician.
Okay.
He's a producer. He is
met
very,
Ralph.
very accomplished. People don't know that, but Ralph is brilliant. Like in real life, he's brilliant. And he's a cutie pie, but he's super brilliant in real life. He
Cutie pie on top, huh? Heavy on the cutie pie.
heavy.
When I met Asha, I was taken aback.
Okay.
Very kind lady. Anybody that would be willing to put their body through that
Absolutely.
and sacrifice their body to grow your family is godsend, right?
Absolutely.
Here's Asha.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Asha, you ready?
I am excited, I'm ready. Like, let's get this thing moving.
You know, we did one round, we did a transfer with her. It
Okay.
did not take.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know, it's a process. And just upon, you know, interacting with her, getting to know her, hanging out with her, she's a great woman. I don't want to speak ill on Asha, but she just wasn't a good fit for our family.
For your family,
So we
correct.
proceeded with a new surrogate.
Nice.
Who I'm hoping you'll get to know soon.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how it works? Because you only have a certain amount, right?
Well, so people don't understand. There are two different things, right?
Okay.
There's IVF where you're trying to create either you're freezing eggs, or you're trying to create embryos and freeze embryos, or you're trying to go into implantation, which means that you're trying to implant an embryo in yourself or a surrogate.
Okay.
My husband and I had already gone through the process of creating our embryos.
Okay.
Asha was going to be the carrier of one of those embryos.
Okay.
But that whole process is a lot because you're having to go through stimulation, and for me, I had ovarian hypersystemic syndrome every
Okay.
time, which means that I was at increased risk for strokes and heart attack. I couldn't work out during that time. You have to inject yourself mornings and at night.
Wow.
And then when it's time for your retrieval, it's increased, and you're going to the doctor every day until they take the eggs out of you. Then your husband, and they combine the two. And that's how you create the embryo. Then they come back and they tell you, all right, well, we watched the embryos for however many days. These are the ones that are healthy and viable. These are not growing at the proper. Do you want to test them? We did further testing on all of our embryos. And I'm down to 3 embryo. This is over 7 years. I mean, you know, since Shia was 1, we've been trying. Wow. Just the journey of just being a mom, growing your family is
That's
so
a lot.
much. And we don't talk about it.
I
People are
commend
always
you.
saying, yo, don't get pregnant before you get married. Make sure you can take care of your kids. Like, don't be barefoot and pregnant. Get your career out the way. But they don't tell you, like, you're born with the number of eggs that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
Just this whole process has been a lot.
I commend you, friend. I commend you and G for,
Thank you.
know, putting in that work to make sure that you continue to grow your legacy and your family. And
Well, I'm hoping that I'm about 8 hours pregnant. We'll see.
we will see.